Hello. Yesterday, in one of my sales meeting, my client came up with this idea of getting into a comparison mode between investing in real estate vis-a-vis investing money in something like an expensive watch like this. So this kind of a watch, which is like pure gold, which is made by Audemars Piguet. This retails at about 88,000, and the best part of this definitely is not available off the counter, and there's a waiting. And if in case one really needs to buy this, so one has to go to the market, and take it in the retail where there is definitely a premium of about 30 to 40%. So he had this rationale where he thought that it is far more better idea to invest money in such timepieces rather than real estate. Continue the discussion. He had this point that where he said that in maintaining these watches, there's hardly any maintenance cost. You keep them well, just like your baby, so you practically do not pay anything with respect to keeping these watches, wherein in real estate, someone who has a real estate would definitely land up maintaining them, and in a way pay those monthly service charges, your annual service charges, and your annual taxes. So there are a lot of costs attached with respect to holding on to those assets, wherein keeping these watches, one does not really need to give any kind of a maintenance. The other point which he really was quite convinced on is that real estate, one if in case has to exit or sell off, it would take some time, and there is a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of running around, going to the respective authorities and doing the the respective transfer, wherein getting out of an asset like an expensive watch, one just it's just a few days of work. He also shared that there are many clubs nowadays, these millionaire clubs where the people are there, they're into the social platforms where they share each other's with their respective collection. So if in case one really needs to exit out of holding on to any of these prized possessions, one can just it's just as easy as a cakewalk. The other thing is that he shared was that keeping a watch, wearing a watch of this kind of a price value gives you a very psychological kick. It always when you're moving around in the social circles, it gives you a high. So I definitely buy that point. He said that a few $100,000 of a real estate would definitely not be much to talk about, but these kind of watches, if somebody is actually wearing them all, so it is actually something what people would talk about, and this is something which definitely not many people would it's not a common thing to see. And the other thing is, he said that all the wealthy people in today's time are moving into investment of such things, which are very finite in nature. That these kind of watches, some of these watches are even just runs in few double-digit numbers. That's it. So you'll only get about 10 or 15 or 20 numbers, and there's a huge market for it. So the supply is quite finite. Vis-a-vis a real estate for that same value, there would be definitely be a lot of options available, and more and more options will keep coming in. So I definitely had a tough task, trying to put my point of view in front of him, wherein he gets into looking at a real estate. So what's your thought on this? So should somebody be looking at investing money in expensive watches or expensive these collectible things, maybe a jewelry or something, or a traditional asset class which is like a real estate, which is far more stable and a very secured investment? So kindly share your thoughts on this. Thank you.